revolution in crypto industry for you? Has it already happened, or it's going to happen in future, or maybe it's happening now? If in future, when?
As people say, revolution is made by romantics, by its only bastards benefits of it. So I hope to be the kind of bastards. That's why I'm here as a lawyer. But I think the revolution has already happened. So people are used to this technology in financial sphere, but still there is a missing of fruits of this revolution. So I think like in 3 years we're gonna see these big projects. After which we're gonna say, yeah, mass adoption has already come, and then new dominants are there.
Yeah, I would say it's already happened. It takes a lot of time to develop. I believe it doesn't mean that everybody will switch to Bitcoin. It's rather they will adopt certain models to apply it to other cases.
Yeah, I think maybe Libra, like some big giants in traditional industries that are coming to crypto industry. So we can have the sense that like everyone has pay attention to this industry and it's evolving.
Bitcoin is already the revolution. The next step is more mass adoption. The next step for me is what's going to be a massive revolution is when every stock, bond, and equity is backed by a blockchain.
It's not about the blockchain. It's about the changing the way people thinking about the money, about the the goals in their life. Because Bitcoin is everyone who is coming to the cryptocurrencies is starting to think, what is Bitcoin? Why does it has value? Why does it cost money? And then it comes to the question, what is money? Why do people actually work for the money all their life? And this is a very social important case and very useful and very good. Let me say good for society.
I don't think it happened yet. I'm sure it hasn't happened yet. Right now, the world of crypto is very, very small, and in the grand scheme of things, it's really almost nothing, right? So very few people are using it, and it will grow with time. And for that, we need to educate the public. We need to educate the governments. We need to educate the institutional investors, and then adoption will come.
What do you think crypto industry is missing that will bring it to the moon again?
I think it's missing widespread adoption. It's missing ease of use. It's missing clarity, and it still has to improve its image with the general population.
There are two things. I think there is an adoption because we need much more people, many more people here in cryptocurrencies, and we need to simplify the UX very much deeply. Like for example, if you ask my mother, my father, they cannot use cryptocurrency wallets, many cryptocurrency wallets. For them, the seeds, backup, recovery, these are very hard concepts for them to like acquire. So I think we need to improve UX very much so that many people are able to come into crypto sphere.
I think the main challenges is regulations from government. So it's the main challenge for all industry, for crypto exchange, for technology, but because technology move more fast than regulations, prepare for this new paradigms, new ways how people, company can exchange between each other some values, some assets. So this is the main legal development. Global legal framework is the main challenge for industries.
Yeah, so I think it's a culture barrier. So you mean like the crypto industry is very like it's very international. So but actually we have some like Chinese genes, so it's very hard for us to go globally and internationally. So that's why we have an international team to do all the overseas stuff for us.
Well, I think it's only mass adoption. So I think new big technologies, big projects should come. It should be only about earning money by investment. Blockchain should be just implemented in our ordinary life. That I think where it is.
I think that respecting cybersecurity is going to be a big part of the evolution of this industry. Max Kaiser refers to it as getting your cybersecurity shower. And so you got to get your cybersecurity shower. And he says, come to me, come to my friend Hartej.
It's more the transformation in the mind, the human minds. What is cryptocurrency and why they should use it. So this process is the most, I think from my point of view, is the most making this process slow down.
Real use cases. So people who use business can't really use cryptocurrency now. They have to pay taxes, they need to follow regulation, and for them it's just sometimes too risky, too hard to use. So yeah, there are many factors.
When do you think crypto will replace fiat money?
I don't know. That's a very tricky question because crypto has its own role and fiat money its own role. So
I don't like framing it as replacing fiat. I think that they will always be hand in hand. The next step that we're seeing is the rise of stable coins that are backed by a basket of either physical assets or fiat currencies. And then after that, we're going to start seeing central governments issue their own digital currencies in order to get rid of cash. And I don't see Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency replacing fiat. It's all going to be in tandem. And for now, the way I see it is and I'm not a maximalist. It's just that for now, all we have is Bitcoin.
When the UX will be much more simpler, because for example now a lot of merchants accept cryptocurrency, but still the majority does not, because the UX is not there and also the regulations is not there. So for example in many countries you can accept cryptocurrency, it's not forbidden, but it's harder to do accounting then if you accept cryptocurrency, because you need a backend payments processor, you need backend exchange partner. So when these things become simpler, I think it will be more easy to accept cryptocurrency, and we then see more adoption. And in parts like when you will have the possibility to use fiat money and the cryptocurrency at the same level as a merchant, you will also promote the acceptance of cryptocurrency as a merchant, I think. And that will gradually increase the adoption.
I think it will be a very long process, but eventually the technology can do that. And this is the goal. This was the dream when Satoshi invented Bitcoin. This was the dream, to eventually replace first gold and then the fiat money. And this is a very long road, but I think the goal is so huge that it gives a lot of motivation to people to work on that, and eventually it will happen.
And lastly, can you give an advice to people who are new to the industry, to the market, to the topic, who maybe want to buy some crypto, who want to trade, or just get to know what is crypto and what's blockchain?
So the advice is be calculated and slow. Don't rush. Understand what you're doing. Understand that in crypto you are the only and the ultimate person responsible for your funds. If you lose them, there is no one to go to or to complain to. Make your own research. Don't believe in scams. Be careful, be wise, and don't expect quick profits. Expect make long positions. Don't look at that as a get-rich-quick scheme.
One of the key issue, you can focus it on business model, which you use in project, which you use in some company in this new market, and analyze this business model. Is this business model sustainable? And is this business model provide more benefits comparing to traditional business models? So this analysis can help people invest in the right assets.
Buy Bitcoin, read the Bitcoin white paper, watch videos by Andreas Antonopoulos, read the essays by Nick Szabo. If you're really going to go into it, then this is my methodology. It's a mix of reading, watching the right videos if you want to digest videos, and if you want a little tip on how to digest videos, watch YouTube videos at 2x speed with the subtitles on. It saves you time and you can digest material because you're actually reading while watching and listening. and it's actually quite effective. That's how I went down the Bitcoin rabbit hole for many months. I disappeared off the face of this earth after I read Satoshi's white paper. And if you want to read a really good book, read the Book of Satoshi. It's a collection of all of Satoshi's original emails and original notes. I think it's very important for anyone who wants to enter this space to understand what was Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision. And then we can go from there.
Just use OKEX. Yeah, I think we are very user friendly. So if you register on our website, and you can just do some KYC, and the process is very straightforward. So you can just use OKEX, and you can trade spot, trade derivatives such as futures, swap, perpetual swap on our website. So welcome to trade on OKEX.